Hey, my parties, my lovelies. I know you're doing good, so I know you want to get into the topic at hand. We're about to do that. Party is just alleged tea, or we gossip is just talk about down below what we feel about a topic. That's it. That's all. Has K Hood finally found the love of his life? Well, funny. Let me say that back. Has Funny Marco finally found the love of his life in K Hood? K Hood is a influencer slash I guess manager because she tried to manage Flo, who has an issue with Karina going around social media right now. But she recently was on, even though she is of the LGBT community, she was on a podcast with Funny Marco, show with Funny Marco, and their chemistry was undeniable. Like I felt like the third wheel to their date or whatever they had going on the show. And I know I could have been the only one surprised. Like to be honest, their interaction should have went viral on social media. That's crazy. They were definitely flirting. He called her, was it beautiful, pretty, and handsome, and said she wet. Like, I was all for all the compliments that he was giving to K Hood until he said she was wet. I'm sorry. She very well might be because she is a female, but how would he know that? Like, why would he even say that on national TV? Now, some people may be like, okay, they're trolling. That was for like a show or whatever. But I definitely don't think that that was a troll. I don't think that they were doing that just for fun and games. I feel like that was weird to the fact that they definitely had something going on. I don't feel like they're just friends, even though K Hood says she don't like men. But she was whispering to him. They were smiling at each other. They were googly eyes at each other. So allegedly, in my opinion, because I haven't spoke to these folks, from what I saw on the interaction on the podcast, I know I can't be crazy. It seems as if they were flirting big time, overtime, like really into each other, flirting. And I can't be the only one who noticed that. I can't be the only one who's seen that. Now, recently, Funny Marco was in a situation where he got insulted on his podcast by G Herbo. Was it G Herbo? G Herbo, I believe, and Southside. And so he made like headlines for that. But I feel like this is even more interesting than that. I did do a video on why I feel like he was insulted by Southside and G Herbo. It made sense to me. And a lot of people may want to go watch it because they probably are confused just as much as most people would be confused on why they came on his show bombarding and letting it be known how they felt about him as an individual, and they didn't care much for him, allegedly, in my opinion. But to see his interaction with K Hood, him saying that she's wet on in front of everybody, them flirting and saying she want to ride him like a horse. In my opinion, that's what I got from it when she said, "You want to be my horse." Like, it was a lot going on in that podcast. And I'm not saying that I'm mad about it because, like, everybody needs love. But when you look at K Hood, she is definitely like a stud. She has started doing her nails. So maybe she a bad bee. I don't know. And, she always talk about how good she looks. And then Funny Marco compliments her on being pretty and handsome and says she thick. Like, it was just like they was flirting and they didn't care who knew, who was watching. And it was just, I felt like I was the third wheel, like I wasn't supposed to be there, like I said. But at the same time, I'm happy for them. Like, if you find somebody that fits your fancy, makes you feel special a certain way, it's fine. Now, I wasn't expecting Funny Marco to be into, in my opinion, studs, because they don't like to be called dykes, but studly women. then that's his prerogative. I'm not mad at it per se. Like, he can basically do what he wants in that department because I'm not sleeping with him and or either one of them, you know. So I feel like if he likes a certain type of woman, that's his prerogative. He can do that. I'm all for it. But it just was shocking because I wasn't expecting it. And I guess it was more shocking to me than the podcast of him being insulted on his platform by Southside and G Herbo. To me, it seemed like he was crushing real hard, and K Hood seemed as if they were crushing real hard. And sure enough, they could easily say that it was just a stunt, it was just for publicity. But to me, it looked like a romance that was budding and ready to pop off, ready to start off. And I would be here for it because I ain't never in my life seen nothing like that. I won't plan on seeing nothing like that. To be honest, I want to be a fly on the wall. When y'all do y'all interactions of, you know, him being your horse or whatever, I would like to see that go down. To be honest, I would be surprised. I ain't never seen no ish like that in my mother freaking life. And, you know, it's the first time for everything. Just invite me to y'all rendezvous, put it like that. But I don't know. I feel like when you call somebody wet, that's the same thing with saying they're moist. And like I said, how would he know that unless he was firsthand involved or he heard it through the grapevine or something like that. And the way they was talking and so cool with each other, I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't their first time interacting, meeting. Shoot, they may have linked up in the past. I don't know. Because she was like, come here. And he was like, I'm shy. And then she went over there and whispered something to him. And I don't know. I guess she was, to me, I feel like she was saying, like, I throw this thing back on you. What you want to do? But I couldn't hear it because they were whispering. But that's what impression that I got from their interactions. It seemed very intimate. It seemed very steamy and wet and moist of what they was talking about. And like I said, I felt like I was intruding on the conversation because I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to know all this. I don't think I'm supposed to be hearing all this. But do you think they cared? No. It was like they was in a world of their own. They was enjoying each other company, flirting with each other, making each other smile. And, you know, even at one point she was like, you about to make me cry. He changed the subject up just so she wouldn't cry. And that was just so sweet. Like, I'm down for a funny Marco and K Hood situation. What about y'all? Let me know down below. As always, thank you for stopping by his house. Please like if you like any part of the video, and feel free to subscribe and join part of our Pertees, our family, our lovelies. Definitely want to hear what you got to say down below. So comment because we will have interaction down below whenever possible, whenever we can.